What is up, YouTube? Uh, so let's update you a little bit on this records request. So I requested everything on April 26th, 2024, right? So got a response back at the beginning of June because I asked how long is this going to take? What's the schedule on this? I know North Carolina, we don't have any rules or any laws or anything like that stating the time frame that public records have to be filled in, right? So one, that's a little frustrating for me because I want to know exactly when these documents are going to be delivered. So they said July. So July 2nd, I got an email and it had all the salaries of all the school employees along with their names and their titles, which is something that I requested. But I also requested the emails between the principal of South Toe Elementary and the Yancey County Sheriff's Office because that's where my child used to go to school. They don't go there now. Obviously, there was a lot of I don't want to call it discrimination, but there's a lot of targeting going on there. And at the very end, my son got charged, and that's all been taken care of and dealt with. But I asked for those emails because I want to prove a point. So I got all the salaries, and I'm gonna try and figure out how to upload that screenshot here. Actually, it's many screenshots of the document to YouTube. I'm gonna find some editing software. So if you know of editing software that is great for Android, I have an S24 Plus or Ultra. Great phone, I love it, but I don't know how to edit. Anyway, I'm gonna figure out how to edit that in so you guys can see. We're a small little hole in the wall town out in the middle of the Blue Ridge Mountains, which you can see in the background. Um, the superintendent makes $126,000. The principal of the middle school, $105,000. The principal of the high school makes, I think, just barely over 100K a year for their salary, and they work for 10 months and are off for 2 or 9.5 months, whatever it is. Why does any public school official make more than doctors? I'm sorry, I don't think public workers should make $100,000 a year. This is disgusting, and it explains why our taxes are so freaking high. But the kicker of that is they cry that they're doing everything they can, everything in their power. Oh, they're trying so hard. No, they're not. The newest principal in the entire district, she got hired last year. Her base salary is $76,000. Why does she make more than people in the trades? Why does she make more than an occupational therapist or a physical therapist or a nurse? Why does she make more than military members? Like, I'm sorry, our military should be paid more than public servants. Public servants are just that. They should make the median salary for your state or for your area. So if you're on the eastern side of the state or the western side of the state or the central part of the state, they should base it based on your median income in your area. Now, if you agree with that, what I need you to do is I need you to hit that like button down here in the bottom right. Go ahead and hit that like, hit that share, and subscribe because I'm going to be covering a lot more about this, and I'm going to be going out in town and making everybody well aware of what their public servants make. Because $126,000 for a superintendent, like, I get it. There's a lot of work. You get away from me, bro. No, I ain't playing that. But for her to make $126,000, the amount of work that she has to do, it doesn't compare. But again, she's in that. I'm not political. I'm not bringing politics into this, but she's of the current administration, and they are more apt to put in the books that tell children that they can choose whatever they want to be. And I'm sorry, you can't. You were either born with one set of, DNA or the other. You can't be the opposite. You can pretend and you can do whatever you want to do to make yourself that, but you'll never be the other. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. But they're trying to push that into the schools around here, and thank God that all the parents and the majority of teachers are, they believe in God and they believe in the Bible, and they will not allow that creep into their schools. So we don't have a ton of that, but we have a little bit trying to weed its way in. So anyway, guys, stick around. I as soon as I get the email from them regarding the emails and I find the emails I'm looking for, that will give me solid proof, and I may end up going and talking to an attorney for a discrimination case because they targeted him. Let me give you some backstory. So my son he was undiagnosed bipolar, but he's been diagnosed, medicated, and we're getting that fixed, and he's making amazing progress. But while he was undiagnosed, he had drawn a picture at home, and it was him cutting his teacher in half with a chainsaw, right? And he wrote me and his teacher's name, but he drew it at home. We found it and we addressed it. Hey, I understand you're frustrated. You can't do this. This is unacceptable. I know you're mad. I know she didn't explain the project to you very well. You didn't get a passing grade on it. So, yes, I understand. Somehow it got mixed up with the paperwork to go back to school because he was on homebound because of his undiagnosed mental health issues. The principal the teacher found it first in his homework that gets turned in once a week. And she says that she took immediate threat. She took that as a viable threat. A piece of paper with a drawing on it. He didn't write on there that he wished anything bad would happen. He was frustrated. And that's how he expressed himself, by drawing and writing and things like that. So that's why I want to get the emails between the school and the sheriff's office, because they have a school resource officer at every school around here for good reason. Anyway, I want to get that email because I have a feeling that the email is going to say, finally, we have what we need to get him out of the school. And if I can see that, if I can find that email and I can prove that they were targeting him, I'm going to shut that district down. I'm gonna make every single one of the taxpayers of that county. I'm gonna make them responsible. So maybe it'll piss them off just enough to enact some change, because that's what needs to happen. At the end of the day, that's what needs to happen. The taxpayers need to be pissed off enough to understand that you have to hold them accountable. So with that being said, guys, that's all I've got for you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate you watching this all the way through. I know it's a little bit long-winded, but I wanted to give you an update, and I'm going to try and upload those documents. I don't know how it's going to work yet because I've never edited a video on here, except I use some free software, but it didn't work. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments, and don't forget, hit that like button, hit that share button, and subscribe. And I will see y'all later.